It's the only one world mechanical girl giant with carrying capacity of 450 tons. Its name, Belaz 75710, has already been included in the Guinness Book of Records. Old but cheerful Gas 51 is about 20 times smaller than the truck standing next to it. Here are militant coal giants which are slightly inferior in their dimensions. Governor of Kuzbas Aman Tuleyev inspected each machine personally. Here it is how it all began, Aman Gomirovich. 1.5 moves the same way. We unloaded the 200 millionth ton of coal on it. Here on this very truck there was the holiday lump of coal. The main hero of the event attracts great attention and hundreds of camera flashes per minute. It took workers of coal mine Chernigovets 2 months to assemble board number 1 Belaz 75710. They thought it is impossible, but now they realize nothing is impossible. Here's the monster. Nobody was simply able to create anything of that kind in the world. It has 2 engines, 2 tanks for fuel, 2,800 liters each. Consumption is 300 liters per hour. The words of gratitude followed a small excursion. They spoke about heroism from high tribunes. The body of Belaz 75710 has enough room to accommodate railroad cars. They had to unload 25 flat cars with the details to assemble the truck.
Уважаемые открытчики, уважаемый президент компании, СДС Уголь Михаил Юрьевич.
Dear miners, dear President of Siberian Business Union Mikhail Fideev, dear guests, Belarusian colleagues, today we have a nice day. We have been moving towards it for a long time, almost 2 years, and together we put into operation the most powerful dump truck of Belaz brand with carrying capacity of 450 tons. And now we look back on the line and remember the whole story, from 1.5 tons lorry and now here the giant of 450 tons. This machine is unique. It is the first, the only one in the world having such a capacity. By the way, it is listed in the Guinness Book of Records as the biggest tip truck on the planet. In recent years, you know, our Kuzbas was a real proving ground. I would say that the region has become a mine mecca where the latest achievements of science, industry, practitioners and researchers are tested. New machines, new computer technologies. Lately, we have launched the only one dispatcher center in Leninsk-Kuznetsky that controls the entire company and all people who work on the surface and underground. And today, together with you, we became familiar with a world new technology too. And that's right, because Kuzbas gives 70% of all coal in Russian Federation and 90% of metallurgical coking coal. Where should it all be tested if not in Kuzbas? And another breakthrough. Belarusian car factory. We have a long-standing friendship with this plant and especially with the mine. Produce a giant of coal mine, tip truck with carrying capacity of 450 tons, especially for coal mine Chernigovets. On behalf of Kuzbas, I welcome here the CEO of Belarusian car factory, our old friend, a colleague, the legendary manager Parkhomchik Peter Alexandrovich. We are bound by strong manufacturing business cooperation with him. 2,300 tip trucks Belaz produced in Minsk work in mines in our region, and that makes 93% of all tip trucks park, which is involved in mining in Kuzbas. In order to make it all go ahead, to avoid the idle time of the equipment, to keep it working because the distance from Kuzbas to Minsk is very long, a lot of work was performed to establish service centers of Belaz. If something's wrong, if it's necessary to replace the item or check electronics, so this center was launched in Prokopyevsk, here in Kemerovo region. We are okay, and either is Minsk factory. It also provides more jobs for our miners, and in Kemerovo a car building company was created. It assembles bodies of Belaz with different capacity, and by now they have produced more than 200 dump trucks. Last November we signed an agreement with the Republic of Belarus again. It means further relations and cooperation in the engineering industry, the transport sector, trade and agriculture. The latter is very relevant today after introducing sanctions. Just specially for a ceremonial launch of the largest dump truck in the world of Belaz brand, delegation from Belarus has arrived. A legendary person, CAO, one of the largest engineering companies in the world, Peter Parkhomchik, gave us a reason to hope that this is not the last dump truck of such a level that will serve the miners of Kuzbas.
Уважаемый Аман Гумирович, уважаемый Михаил Юрьевич,
Dear Roman Gumirovich, dear Mikhail Yurievich, I would like to express my gratitude for the great appreciation of our work. These rewards which employees of our company received from your hands are very important. We Belarusians and workers of Kuzbas enterprises are closely connected for a long time in friendship and human relations. You, Aman Gumirovich, are a person who invested a lot in regard to our country, our businesses. Sometimes your position of principle is surprising, and sometimes it even makes certain competitors angry because of your attitude to our state, our enterprise. I would like both from me personally and from my colleagues thank you very much for such a position. Well, Belarus itself, our country itself, will never be in debt. Today we see the biggest, the most powerful truck in the world. This is not only Belarusian manufacturers' work, it is the work of Russian companies that produced and delivered components for this unique machine. And I think this is not the last in capacity class truck for Kuzbas. Today it is developing. There are drawings and projects to make the truck with capacity of 550-560 tons. The main thing is to strive for the goal. We have big plans with our reliable partners, holding company Siberian Business Union. 2 or 3 years ago we started to produce in Kuzbas platform for tip trucks of almost any capacity. Soon we plan to assemble trucks here to bring our commercial product as close as possible to the consumer. For you to become full participants in the production of these machines too. I am glad that the forthcoming holiday professional for Kuzbas Miners Day we can celebrate together. We always share this holiday with you. From the bottom of my heart I would like to congratulate you and wish coal go up in price as soon as possible in order mining was easier. Prosperity, good mood, we are always with you. Congratulations. Well, following the custom, let this miracle that we have created with metal be at Aman Gumirovich for a long time as a commemoration of this wonderful day. I think that the next gift we'll bring will be about 550-560 tons.
Ваши аплодисменты, друзья. Спасибо огромное.
The driver Igor Grachev is taking a seat behind the wheel of a girl giant. He says that even a simple motorist can handle the steering, but it's unlikely for a simple driver to be trusted to drive such a transport. Belarusian behaves perfectly. It starts at once, responds to all drivers' orders.
Полный привод здесь, 2 моста ведущих.
4-wheel drive here, the 2 leading bridges, 2 engines, 2 power plants. But steering is a bit different. Special fire extinguishing system and 4 video cameras on the sides are responsible for the coal industry giant's safety. The Belarusian in its dimensions is only comparable to the 3-story house, just being on wheels. The height of this Belas is more than 8 meters, carrying capacity is 450 tons. This type is the only one in the world. Net weight of the machine is 360,000 kilograms. Well, admit that to stay inside the vehicle of such a level and even inside the wheel is at least safe. Awards to dozens of people, both Belarusians and locals, were being presented by regional authorities. Such an attention is not accidental. 70% of coal is extracted in Kuzbas, 90% of coking coal are also regarded as a merit of our region both to the country and to the world. And regional authorities provided everything.
Раз Белаз большой, 450 тонн.
If Belas is large, 450 tons, therefore the excavator should be large as well. And now we have already bought one specially for that new truck. Bucket is 33.5 cubic meters, and it appears that this Belas can load 7 railroad cars at a time. Having such a highly productive machines, we will be able to work at even greater depth. Well, today, coal mine Chernigovets has already been working on the depth at which mines work, and this is a matter of safety, which is very important. The truck weighing 450 tons will be more useful in Kemerovo region than in any other region or country in the world. Authorities and management of Chernigovets understand that one machine of that sort is not enough.
Второй самосвал мы соберем намного быстрее, чем собрали первый.
We will assemble the second tip truck of that sort a lot faster than this one. This dump truck incorporates many unique modern solutions. Almost all the details that were made for this truck are unique. Today the power of this monster is 4,600 horsepower. Imagine what kind of engine. Imagine how many horses you need to put together to understand what's hidden inside this tip truck. The top speed of the car, which weighs more than 800 tons at full load, is 65 km per hour. But speed is not important here. 15-minute intricate trip along the technological road and the test of bird number 1 is being started at 300 meters depth. A year and a half later, they made a decision to purchase this giant. For that period, the coal mine Chernigovets, which is going to celebrate a half-century anniversary next year, will become a testing ground. The first in the history loading of the world's largest dump truck, which is being tested on the coal mine Chernigovets. Experts note that the machine works flawlessly, Belarus holds the nominated capacity. And this man is only 4 times shorter than the new truck. State Duma deputy Nikolai Valuyev, so-called among professional boxers Russian giant, has arrived in Kuzbas on business matters and couldn't stop visiting Chernigovets. It turned out that it's not the first time the biggest boxer in Russia meeting the biggest truck in the world.
Кстати, впечатления уже вторые, но от этого не менее грандиозные, потому
I've
что...
already got the second impressions, but they are not weaker anyway. Because first I saw the giant, a liner, just on the wheels, in Belarus when we were at the factory last year. The truck standing next to it, not smaller though, I met them exactly in Kuzbas. I saw them in a coal mine. At that time they looked huge, but in comparison to this one, they appeared to be like dwarfs. It really impresses greatly because it weighs 360 tons and it can accommodate 450 tons of rock, as well as several railroad cars. I'd like to draw your attention. This power, this masterpiece of human's brain, it makes happy both me and a lot of our countrymen, just because this machine works for us in Russia. It was projected in Fraternal Belarus. Plenty of people were working on its creation. No one in the world was able to reach these dimensions. I assume they had that idea, but they have not produced such trucks though. It's our pleasure that such machines have appeared in Kuzbas and will operate here. They will make labor easier, make producing tasks easier and make production more effective. I would like to thank Fraternal Belarusian nation for having a chance to work on this truck, and I'm sure that our cooperation will not end at that point. According to present-day situation in Russia, new economical restrictions, I'm sure this hint will make our would-be foreign partners think it over. That's why our relations will grow only stronger and more widespread. Owners believe New Belarus will help produce more coal, and due to its productivity it will reduce its cost. Board number 1 from now and forth will go up from the death of the coal mine only for the next celebration. Well, an ending of this historical event makes a beginning of a different path, industrial testing of the world's first dump truck, which thanks to its unique capabilities was included in the Guinness Book of Records and perhaps will be the 8th wonder of the world and Kuzbas.